Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the Niners, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, it didn't happen for more than 50 years. Then the Bucs played the Super Bowl in Tampa. The Rams played in L.A. And now here are the Raiders in their home stadium in Las Vegas.
And what an accomplishment this would be. You think about all the Raider fans back in the Bay Area, in Southern California, and of course in Las Vegas now, who have longed for this day. The Raiders going for their first title since beating Washington in January of 1984.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they were one of the heavy favorites to win the NFC, and they were able to get it done, and now they look for that elusive 6th Super Bowl title.
Remember, after going 5-0 in their first 5 appearances here, they've lost 2 straight. Super Bowl 47 to the Ravens in New Orleans, and Super Bowl 54 to Kansas City in Miami. They'd love to start another streak like they had in the 80s when they won 4 Super Bowl titles.
The 2023 season has 1 game left. Here we go. Super Bowl 58 underway from Vegas. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. That brings us to the end of 1 in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 0-0 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
O'Connell from the gun on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. O'Connell, he's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a 2nd and 10. O'Connell working from the gun. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Throwing, O'Connell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his 2nd NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his 2nd year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Now Purdy, and his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. McCaffrey on the toss right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Throwing here, Purdy. And that one behind his receiver and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
O'Connell looking to throw on first. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. And they go play action here with O'Connell. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Carlson is good, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Purdy and the Niners down 6-0, a little under 1:50 remaining. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. Here's Purdy. Finding Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Purdy to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Throwing, Purdy. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy. And he will find his man Samuel. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's 1st and goal. Purdy to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Now the biggest extra point of this man's life. And it is good. And his guys have taken the lead in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he returns this to the 22. Now it's the Raiders' turn, trailing by a point. A little under 40 seconds to go. A field goal wins the Super Bowl, but work to do here on 1st and 10. O'Connell. Able to connect with Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Here's O'Connell. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.